Celtics last night. 118-113 was your final score. Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Jordan Poole combining for 80 points. Golden State now one win away from advancing to the Western Conference semis. Shannon, now that Devin Booker might not play against my Pelicans, do you think the Warriors have emerged as the best team, the team to beat in the West?
Yeah, they are. Skip, when you look at the Warriors and you look at that depth lineup that they used to play with Iggy, now they can't clamp you like they could with Iggy and Draymond.
By the way, he closed the game last night, did Iggy. Go ahead.
Yeah. Skip. Jordan Poole. Skip, I didn't see this. And maybe the blessing in disguise, and you hate saying this, was Klay Thompson's injury, and it got Jordan Poole minutes that he probably wouldn't have gotten substantial minutes had Klay been there.
Agreed.
So now, Skip, this joke, man, he's shooting the ball. I'm like, hold on, bro, you pull it up like you Steph. Like, they give him a green like they give Steph and Klay. Skip, if you're going to let this be, you're going to let Klay go get 26, Jordan Poole get 27, Steph comes off the bench. Steph has only played less than 80 minutes and got 80, 90 points. Skip, they're gonna be hard to beat because they can flat out shoot the ball. Skip, they shot 55% from the floor, made 18 threes. We know they can make threes. And Klay Thompson, he's starting to look like Klay again, Skip. I don't know if you've been noticing, but he's starting to look like Klay again.
He does.
And Jordan Poole, he got shots. He got the ability to put the ball on the floor. Skip, his thing is he can put the ball on the floor, get all the way to the paint. That layup last night that really ended it was tremendous. I don't know. That was the play of the game, Skip. The Nuggets got 3 guys in the paint.
By the way, I think we have that.
Skip, the ball hit the floor.
Yeah.
Skip, how you let the ball hit the floor?
Can we see this? Steph misses a 3. I think we still got Jordan Poole going. Here, Steph misses a 3, and I have no idea what everybody else.
First of all, you can't back up and give him that.
Yeah.
Look at this.
Can somebody get the basketball?
That was the game right there because they end up.
He's got a wide open 3, and he says, "No, I think I'll just go up and under."
Up and under.
Woo!
Skip, it's a 1-point ball game. You get the rebound with a chance to take the lead by 1 or maybe go up by 2 if you hit a 3. But
they were done at that point.
They were done.
That ripped what's left of their heart out.
Draymond is healthy. Skip, the dribble handoff that he has between Klay, and Poole, the way he can pick apart defenses, he knows exactly where the guy's going to stop. He puts the ball there, the guy catches and shoots. They're the favorite. With Book being out, Skip, I don't see anybody that can beat him. I really don't. And now, Luka come back. I mean, the Mavericks look really good. Jalen Brunson, I don't know what got in him. It must be something in the water in Dallas. Skip, he's averaging 32 points a game. Did you see anybody see that coming? No.
That's more about Utah than Dallas.
Utah cooked. They're going to break that thing up.
Flawed to the core.
They are.
And all of a sudden, well, you're going to get your coach that you want.
No. We don't know.
You want the failed Utah coach.
Hold on. He had a 2-0 lead against last year against the Clippers, and now he's doing this right now, but we good.
Thank you.
Jordan Poole is the first guard since the merger to score 25 points a game on 60% shooting in his first 3 playoff games. I think that's pretty good. Skip, it looked like it might it might be a collision course between your team, the Grizzlies, and this Warriors team.
It well might be. My team, I remind you, led the NBA in rebounding.
Yeah.
And in going small last night, they still beat the T-Wolves on the boards 48-41. That'll work.
And Denver beat Denver.
Timeout. Thank you. Denver crushed the death lineup. Crushed it. It was 44-30.
Yes.
On the backboards. 44-30? Are you sure about this? Are you sure? Because you can get away with it against, speaking of Joker, that Joker. Well, how about this Joker? Well, he got 18 last night because there's really nobody there to contest him, right? They should have gotten that 1 rebound, and if they had 1 more here, that might be a different story.
Yes.
Right?
You're right. Be right.
Okay. So Jokic goes 37 and 18 and 5 assists. 14 to 22, made 2 of 3 threes, 7 or 9 free throws. It's pretty sensational. Okay, those are like MVP caliber numbers.
Right.
The problem is, to me, Jokic scores quiet points. Jokic is not a 3-point specialist, even though he made 2 of 3 last night. They're not the same team that they are when they have Jamal Murray lighting the fire.
Yeah, and Michael Porter Jr.
And but especially Jamal.
Yeah.
I'm going to hark back to the bubble.
Oh,
Do you remember what he was doing?
I think he had 2 50-point games.
He
didn't
did, but against Utah in that first round, it was one of the great shootouts, mano a mano,
He and
we've ever
Donovan
seen with
Mitchell.
him and Donovan. And in that series, Jamal Murray averaged 32, 6, and 6, but he shot 58% from the floor and 53% from three. That was 32 of 60. 32 of 60 from three? That's just like crazy.
Right.
Like where you've gone Twilight Zone.
Right.
Okay? And against the Clippers, he shot in the big comeback when they were down 3-1. He shot 44% from three.
Right.
And then he went cool against you guys, or I'd go to cold. He shot 31% from three, and you beat him in 5 games.
Right.
They went as he went in the bubble. So right now, Denver is no real threat because you can't fight fire with fire.
Yeah.
Yoke is going to get what Yoke gets.
Yes.
He's just going to get these numbers.
Yes.
And he's no real threat because they're softer points to me. The points that hurt are the 3-point shot points because they shoot you right in the heart. And when Jamal was going, you sit back and they're momentum makers and breakers.
Right.
Where it's just boom. You know how it is. It's replaced the dunk, obviously, in basketball. It's the most exciting, exhilarating, momentum creating shot in the sport.
Well, they lost the 3-point by 21. So one team made 18, the other team made 11.
That is correct. Well, you're going to lose, right?
You're going to probably lose.
Because that's 45% at home. I mean, sorry, it's at Denver, but it's 45% on the road, which is going to just take you right out of the game.
Right.
Okay? So do I trust this team to rebound at the highest level if it comes to Memphis? I don't know if it will.
No.
Okay?
Skip, they're not a great rebounding team because basically they're a bunch of guards and Draymond.
Yep.
Kevon Looney will play, if they play Memphis, he'll probably play 10 minutes. And then they'll ask Draymond to probably try to bother Steven Adams or Jaren Jackson.
Yep.
Well, he might have to play more because if they play Jaren Jackson and Steven Adams, you got to have Draymond. But you can't play really both of them because they're going to play 3 guards with Andrew Wiggins. So one of those big guys are going to have to lead the court. So you're probably not going to be able to play those guys together. But the question is, Skip, how do you stop this? You talk about Ja. Who Ja going to guard? Steph, Clay, or Jordan Poole? Because they're going to light him up. Patrick Beverley don't have the offensive arsenal these 3 guys have.
Nope.
They will eat his lunch.
He's got to guard one of them.
Dylan Brooks and Desmond Bain can't guard all 3.
Yep.
It's 2. So he's going to have to guard somebody.
I agree. But they have been really good on defense. They were a top 5 defensive team all year. And Taylor Jenkins complimented his team after the game last night, saying we kept our defensive edge even when we trailed by 26 and then by 25.
You get down by Golden State by 26, it's going to be 36.
I would agree with that. So, final point, Draymond Green is back in gear.
Yes.
He looks healthy. He had 10 assists, so he is their point forward.
Yes.
He's their initiator, and he is a Defensive Player of the Year candidate every year.
And Skip, he might have gotten a little more consideration had he not missed that stretch. What did he have, a calf? He had he had some kind of injury that caused him to miss like 6 weeks.
And there was a moment late in the game last night, 35 seconds left, when Denver could have cut it. They were down 5, and if they'd scored a basket, then it's 3, and maybe it's teetering a little bit because it's their home crowd. And Yoke has the ball, and Draymond, if we could see what happened, just stripped him. Just stripped him. This is the game
Draymond
right
is good
here.
at this.
Yeah.
The reach in was...
Got him.
Okay, got
Just
you.
got him. Just got him. He snaked him. And here they go, and it's about to be game over.
Yes.
Okay? All right, so that's what he does.
Yes.
But he can do it to Jokic. Can he continue to do it? Because Memphis still trusts enough of their depth. You say this is a deep team too. Well, Josh said after the game, we think we're the deepest team in basketball. It may come down to some of this depth because Steph's going to be starting, obviously, but it's going to be Gary Payton and Otto Porter and Bielitsa and Iggy and Kuminga.
Right.
Okay, here we go. Depth versus depth. These teams might have to go 10 deep.
Right. And Skip, but when you get the way they played, Gary Payton Jr. gave you 11. He was 3 of 3 from 3. Otto Porter came in and gave you some timely rebounding.
Yep.
Now, you know, Skip, Iggy is not what he once was, but he'll D up here and there. He'll make a play here or there. I was looking at the Sun, and I did not anticipate, obviously, Skip, Devin Booker. And it seems like injury is going to play a role in these playoffs more so than maybe any point in time because you got the Chris Middleton injury, you got the Devin Booker injury, you got, the Luka injury. Mm-hmm. So you see it's playing a factor in this. But Golden State, the way they shooting the ball, the way they play it right now, Skip, I think they see it finally. They're like, man, we want Memphis.
Okay.
Memphis say they want that smoke. They run up the chimney.
Well, do you remember what happened in the play-in? Now, they weren't this team last year, but Ja and Dylan Brooks went up there last year to Golden State and beat them at their own game on their own court.
No Clay and just Jordan Poole, Skip. He said it's a pool party. It was. He can just flat out play. I mean, he come out gunning.
Okay, here we go. I got to see a little more from Steph in the
They are a
postseason.
team
though.
Well, he gave you
that
27
knows
last
how
night.
to flip
we'll
the
see.
switch at just the right time, guys. All right, Shannon, you just brought it up. The Bucks injury situation.